Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show. We give you the best advice in business and life. Thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. I really do appreciate it. Bet y'all thought I was going to take a day off, didn't you? Bet y'all said, oh, RC probably going to sleep in, all warm in his bed, cuddly, cozy. Nah, I got to get that ass up and get after it, man. I've been up since, forever. Never went to bed. Never went to bed. Sleeps for the week. Man, it's 3:50 right now. Sleep is for the weak. I'm playing. Get your sleep. Get your rest. Get your rest, man. Get your rest. Hey, channel of the week is your average logical thinker. That is your average logical thinker. I will leave a link in the description box to her channel below. For those that don't know, for all the newcomers, we decided over a live last weekend that we would start doing a channel of the week to help smaller channels grow. So if you feel like that's you, if you feel like you just need a boost, usually around, you probably got about 1,000 subscribers, you got some watch hours, but you're just not getting there, or not getting there as fast as you want, but you got full confidence in yourself and your capabilities to produce content, so on and so on. You've done your due diligence. You got, a clear picture, you got a niche, you got this and that. You've done everything you need to do to build and grow your channel. You just haven't got there yet. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll take a look at your channel. It's not me to say if you're good enough or bad enough, but I'm looking for not staticky, fuzzy pictures. I'm looking for at least mic quality. I'm looking to see that you're trying to take it somewhat serious and actually grow your channel. And if we can see that, then off to the races. I will add you into the channel of the week, and you will get a whole week of just free promotion, and people from the channel can go over there and like, share, comment, subscribe. They can do whatever they need to do on your page to help boost that. So, not to take away, the channel of the week is your average logical thinker. And she's ready. She's ready, guys. She's ready to go for it. Jump on over there, like, share, comment, subscribe on some videos, boost her channel up. If you see a video that's got, a bunch of comments or a bunch of likes, run it. Run that thing up, man, to the moon. Get her going. It is a real sink or swim. Yeah, it's a real sink or swim type of scenario when it happens to you. You kind of go to bed. You'll go to bed with just 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you got 6 or 7 or 10,000, and you're like, oh shit. And you get a little nervous, you get a little nerve wracking, and but it makes you level up. You're either going to sink or swim, for real. You're either going to fold and fall back into the shadows and forget about it, or you're going to ride that wave. You're going to catch that momentum, catch that wave, and you're going to go with it. It's going to be one or the other. That's it. Can't be any more clear than that. You're either going to fall back into the shadows and be forgotten about, or you're going to run with it. I chose to run with it, and I would hope you do as well. I don't believe your average logical thinker is going to have any issues with that. She's retired military. I don't think she's going to have any issues with running with the wave. I don't see it. So anyways, guys, get over there and do what you do. Man, thank you guys for yesterday. All the uplifting comments, all the things that I read every comment. I'm still reading comments. I didn't expect that video to take off. So it's going to be another banger, but it's not going to go viral. It's probably going to peak, it'll probably peak around, I don't know, we'll say 50,000. I don't know. It's fresh though. It ain't even 24 hours old, but I'm assuming it's only going to get to about 50 or 60,000. But hey, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Who knows? I didn't expect that last one to get 250,000 views, that one video. And then I've had a couple more that have gotten, 60 or 70,000 views. So you never can tell what's going to do what, you know what I mean? But thank you guys, though, for real, for all the, especially my main community that's really here, very active. Thank you guys for all the support that you showed me yesterday. It was a no-brainer. And the reason I'm bringing this back up is for the younger crowd of younger men and women out there. I need you to fully understand. I know you're new to the channel, or some of you are young. You may not know, but I have a little bit of money. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but I have my emergency funds in place. I've done my due diligence over the years. I can come and go at any point with any job, with any company. Nothing There's nothing that can control me except the United States government, and even them only have a little. Only they have a little bit of control over me. And so I did not just completely just tyrannically, irately, however you want to look at it, quit my job and run off to the freaking whimsical world of YouTube chasing unicorns and princesses and Ferraris and shit. I didn't do that, guys. I didn't do that at all. This has been a process. I've been down this road for over a decade. I've been with the companies. I've been in that field for 7 years, but I've been stacking cash. I have an emergency fund. I don't have any debt. I have very low overhead. You know, my basic survival rate, for those that don't know what that is, it's called a BSR. It's your basic survival rate. It's something I came up with that tells you how much does it cost for you to live on planet Earth. My basic survival rate is very low. Outside of my child support, my basic survival rate would only be about $24,000 a year. That's Lowe's, guys. I can go work at Lowe's. I can go work at the Home Depot. Hell, $24,000 a year is almost McDonald's. Depending on where I'm living, that is McDonald's. I can go and I can take a very low level job and I'm fine. So I saw in the comments when I mentioned, $40 an hour job, people were like, man, I can't quit that. And this, guys, I need you to understand. Yeah, you can't quit that. It's some good money, but you need to fully understand. They work the shit out of you for money like that, especially when it's a $40 an hour labor type of position, and you will constantly be threatened. They will threaten your position and hold it over your head to make you work harder because they know there are other people out there. The company I worked for had such a high turnover rate. So I've been in this field for 7 years in the electric and gas field, made my way up to an area manager, been in the field for 7 years. I left my last company for more money with this company. Well, when I get to this new company, they're telling me how 2 employees quit the same day, all this stuff. And when you start to go into that right there is a red flag, because that's when you start, you guys know it, you've been around. When you go into a company and you start finding out everybody's quit, you're eventually going to find out why. I've been with this company for 5 months and some change. I didn't even make it 6 months with them. I didn't even make it 6 months with those people. And I was with my last company for 6 years. You get what I'm saying? So I've been in the field for 7 years. I started with my first company and they actually lost contracts and went bankrupt. So I started my first year with one company that went belly up. They went bankrupt and I lost that position, but I immediately transferred into another company. I can transfer to another company right now. I can start applying, but I'm not going back to it because it's hard to do what I do. I have 7 years worth of experience. I can go right back to it. So if things don't work out, I can go find another company to hire me. It's like being a welder. It's like being, in the oil field. It's like being an electrician. Somebody's going to need me. But that second company, I stayed with them for 6 years. There just wasn't a lot of growth potential there. So I was like, okay, it's time for me to go. I think I've maxed out my potential here with them. I'm going to stay in the field. I started applying for other companies. This company that I was just at, that I quit yesterday, they picked me up for more money. I took the position. And as soon as I get there, I start hearing all the stories about all the people that have quit, the turnover rates and this and that and all this nonsense. And I'm like, okay. And when I started hearing stuff like that, things like that are a red flag to me. And I started hearing those stories, but I just kept my eyes open and I started paying attention. And I've been around a long time. I've been around some real high profile people and I've been involved in some Fortune 500 companies. And I started keeping my eyes open and looking around, and I realized they ran on that good old boy system. The main dude, the regional manager, been with them for 40 years. He'd been in his regional manager's position for 25 years. He should have been retired, but he can't retire. He's trying to still pay for kids and all this old dumb shit. He's old and just didn't properly plan. And so he sits at home on his computer and he watches everything that you do. And, if I had the phone and I could show you guys, when they send out a message, they'll send out a group text. Everybody on there was yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And here I am like, got it. Or I'd respond back with a thumbs up or something I just did not fit in. Guys, they had this little cult of young, like 25 and under people They had this little cult because they had threatened these kids so much. They had threatened them so much with employment, with being fired. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, threatened them so much, held their paychecks over their head. I watched it. I sat there and watched it. And then they started doing it to me. And I was like, okay, this shit ain't going to fly. They started doing this to me probably around my 60 to 90 day mark. And I'd already seen what they were doing to the young kids, you know, the 25 and unders, what they were doing to them. And then they started trying that shit with me. And that's when the dude, Gary, I told you guys about yesterday, called me, and he was just, so I'll run through that scenario, what happened, because I want to be authentic. I don't want anybody, younger thinking that I'd completely just quit my job for YouTube and running off to the hills and I'm going to create content and get rich. Guys, I've been at this right now. I'm going on 6 months of YouTube. I just got my first $500 check. You feel me? I've been on this 6 months YouTube and I just got my first $500 check. So I do not want you to run out, quit your job for content creation. I'm not saying there's not money in this. I'm not saying that at all, because there is. But I want you to understand what I just said. I got about 6 months on YouTube and I just got my first $500 check. Okay, so I did not quit for YouTube money, regardless of what people think. So yesterday I clock in at 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, I'm getting a whole bunch of freaking ridiculous messages right now. But yesterday I clock in at 7 o'clock. I clocked in at 6:59 on the dot. And I clock in at 6:59 on the dot. Supposed to be clocked in at 7. Well, when I clock in, there's nothing on my computer. I get a list of jobs. As soon as I clock in, there's no jobs popped up. And I'm like, okay, well, I was like, I'll give it a second. Every morning you got to go read a safety message. And anybody that's had like legit, company jobs, you always got this safety stuff. They harp on safety. It's real big. So, every morning you got to go read a safety message. So I was like, well, let me go over to my email. You got to read the safety message and then verify you read it. So you might have to answer like one question or two questions, usually like a 3 to 5 minute process. It's usually not too long. So I was like, well, let me go over there and then I'll get back to my job list and see what the deal is. So I go over there to do my safety message. Guys, it's 7:07 by the time Gary calls me. Now, mind you, he is the one that uploads. He is the one that uploads your jobs to you. So it's 7:07 when the man calls me and he says, well, Robert, instantly, as soon as I pick up the phone, I say, hello. He said, Robert, when were you going to call and tell me you didn't have any jobs? I said, well, I just clocked in. I'm doing my safety message. I saw I didn't have any jobs. And I didn't say it rude. I was like, I just clocked in. I'm doing my safety message. I saw I didn't have any jobs. I was going to give you a call in just a second. Or I said I was actually going to call the other guy because I'm, the area manager. Then I have like a field supervisor, just somebody just a little bit above me. And then you got him, the regional manager. I was like, well, I was going to call the field supervisor and let him know I didn't have it. He's like, you don't remember he's on vacation? I was like, no, I didn't remember, it's not my place to know who's going on vacation when they're, wasn't my thing. I would have found out when I called him or messaged him, would have found out. And because, when you're making that kind of money, even if you're on vacation, you're still going to answer the phone, most likely. So it just is what it is. I've had to do it plenty of times. But the point of it is, the man he's the one that uploads your jobs. He already knew I didn't have any jobs. He just wanted to call and complain about something. But it's so crazy, guys, because when I was making my son breakfast yesterday morning, I had in my mind, I said, man, if I go into work and they're starting shit, calling and complaining about things, it's like, I'm just going to quit. And then I talked myself out of it. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to quit. It's the holidays. I'm going to do what I need to do. Well, lo and behold, they called talking shit 7 minutes into it. And I was like, you know what? I just told them, I think I'm done. I think you guys just need to come pick up the truck. I'll clean it out. It'll be safe in my apartment. I'll have everything in it. I think you guys just need to come pick up the truck. And that was it. There was no arguing. There was nothing. I didn't get trailer park. I didn't act all that. I didn't do all that. I don't do that. I'm not about to get out of character for some old fucker. I'm not getting ready to do that. And so he was like, well, if you think that's what's best, I was like, yeah, I do. I think it's best that you guys just come get the truck. Because I knew I was done. I was sick of it already. But I also knew I had a financial backing, guys. So, that's where cash heavy comes into play. I knew I had a financial foundation to fall back on. I didn't just quit and just have no hope. I have money to fall back on. And I knew this was more important to me than that company. Like I said, it was not setting well with me that potentially my company or my business was going to fail while I was working for theirs and being disrespected at theirs at the same time at that. It's one thing, like if you got nothing else and you got to take it, but I knew I wanted to build and brand this. I knew that they were really disrespecting me over there and they did not appreciate my work ethic. And so it was a no-brainer. I was out of there, man. When he called bitching, I was done. I was done. But it's crazy though, guys, because if you remember my video yesterday, I started talking about 25,000 views. I was like, or 25,000 followers. I told you guys that the canopy is just now starting to open up. I'm starting to feel the sunshine on my back. And I was like, I'll probably sit stagnant at about 25,000 followers for a little while. I said that to you guys yesterday. And that America video that I did, I forgot the title of it, but it's the one I did before I quit my job. And I said, the canopy's going to open up and I'll probably sit stagnant at a little while at 25,000 followers. And I was like, that's fine because I need just a little break to keep building, branding, and growing this. I said, I'll probably be at 25,000 followers by Christmas. Guys, hell, I might be at 25,000 followers by the end of the week. I mean, I've already just that, quitting my job videos already picked me up like 1,500 followers. And I'm thankful for that. I'm not bragging, guys. I'm thankful. I'm the most humblest dude. I don't know how other content creators are. I don't watch them. I don't watch anybody else. I'm pretty humble. I want to see us all win. That's why I'm glad that in the live, you guys come check out the lives on, we'll get better on that. It's been a Saturday or Sunday. It's usually around 5 or 6 p.m. Central Time on the weekends. We'll get better on that. And without me actually working, we can do it a little bit better now. I have time to actually focus more on this. But I'm glad that during the live, we all kind of came to an agreement or came up with the idea of running a channel of the week to promote smaller channels to help them grow and get monetized. I like that. There's plenty to go around. I'm not a hater. I tell you guys all the time, man, the comment section is a wealth of knowledge. Make sure that if you got a business idea, if you have a link, legit. We don't do scammy shit over here. I can't stress that enough. This community is growing. So I know we're going to start attracting people, but I wanted to be 1,000% fucking clear. We are authentic. We don't try to scam or cheat each other. We're here to help each other grow. The comment section is already full of high net worth people, small business and large business owners. All right. Clean up your social media, clean up your Instagrams and your Facebooks, because that's what these people are. They're already walking amongst you. You have small business and large business owners right here amongst you. You have authors, you have actors, musicians, you have all people from all walks of life that have gravitated to this community, that have gravitated to this channel. So don't abuse that. And please do not come in here with scammy stuff. We just don't want it around. And I want everything authentic on this channel, and I want to help each other grow. So if you got any information to help people move forward in life, leave it in the comments below. If you have a legit business model, if you have legit business ideas, leave it in the comments below. Feel free to always share your links. Feel free to always do those things. If you want it to be put on the channel, you'll have to reach out to me about that. But feel free. You're not going to hurt my feelings to promote yourself in the comments ever. That's what it's here for. That's what this platform is here for. It's not mine. Guys, it's not yours. It's not ours. It's everybody's. This is a community. But, like I said, I don't look at anybody as fans. I don't look at anything like that. I look at you as friends, maybe followers of the channel, however you want to look at it, or followers of the community. But I look at you guys more as friends and as people. I could see a fan base if I had already dumped $250,000 into a studio and done all these things. Then yeah, maybe at that point you could start saying that they're fans of the show. Maybe. But when you're just freaking uploading from a camera or from a phone, or you're doing things on a budgeted scale, then no, Guys, you have friends, you have supporters, you have a community. Okay, so I don't know, guys. You won't ever see me get the big head. I will always be. Look, I was famous in real life. I mean that. I mean that before, without the internet. I was half-ass famous in real life in a small town. They were asking me to be the mayor and all kinds of crap. I am not. You're not going to see me freaking get the big head because of a social media platform or because of videos going viral. I went through the process at a young age. That's why I tell you guys to stay calm. When things start going good or bad in your life, stay calm because it will pass. The bad times will pass. The good times will pass. They don't last. You'll eventually be sitting on top of the world. Everybody will want a piece of you, and then it will die off. Or you will eventually be walking through hell alone. Everybody will hate you, and then it will die off. Just stay calm. It will pass. It will always pass. And I learned these things at a young age because they happened to me in real life. I got half-ass famous in real life. I went through all types of different scenarios. I had to develop the mindset of a king, and that's just where it will pass. And so you're never going to see me just go irate like, oh, I'm never going to pull a DoorDash. I really don't even see I know how she survives. I know how she is surviving and how our channel's surviving. But you would think it would get old, but there's such a plethora of young, small-minded people out there that will consume anything. So they're going to constantly watch her videos. And people then don't even realize by trying to hate on the girl that you are constantly going to push her through the algorithm. Because now once somebody watches, like me just mentioning her name, and now somebody's going to go over and be like, who is that? And they're going to go try to find that out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way it works. It's just the way it works, man. I'm not hating on her. I'm glad she's getting hers. You know, I think she was talking about her YouTube checks for like $10,000 or something. Hey, send some of that over here. DoorDash, send some of that over here. We ain't got no job. It's Friday. We ain't got no job. So now, man, thank you guys, though, for all of it. I know it's been, just a ramble, but thank you guys. I mean that for all of it. But I want the younger people to know that I'm cash heavy. And what is cash heavy? Cash heavy is you positioning yourself financially to where you don't have to take no shit from nobody. When the disrespect rolls around from your boss, you know that, hey, man, I'm straight. I got $10,000 or $15,000 sitting there. I'm cool. I can pay my rent up for the year. I did pay my rent up for the year type of stuff. I'm cool. That's what cash heavy is, guys. And I'm cash heavy. And so it's like, I'm cool, man. I don't want to dig into the cash I got. So, I mean, definitely, if this thing doesn't take off by the first of the year, then you'll see me, I don't know. I've already thought about it, where I'm going to go, because ultimately I got to have a job. I got kids. I got to have a job, but I'm like, man, I'm not going back to that field. So I'm thinking, what field do I want to be in? I don't really want to sell cars. Not that I wouldn't be good at it, but car lots are like a 7 to 7. You have no life. I'm not really wanting to do that. Not right now anyways. So I'm definitely geared towards going over to a Lowe's, Hobby Lobby, Home Depot, going in there, knocking out some nighttime stuff. We'll see. We'll see. But right now, this channel is my main focus. Nothing's beneath me. I don't mind. I'm definitely looking for a complete career change because my back's going out, my shoulder's going out. I'm getting older. So I'm looking for something to take it that's going to pay my bills and allow me to take it a little easier. I'm not getting into real estate. I don't want to sell houses. I'll continue to flip houses. You guys are getting ready to see me start doing some of that, hopefully pretty soon. Once I can find a good deal, you guys will be sure to make videos about that. This allows me free time to catch up on some of those videos you guys were wanting about my camping gear, about my preps, about things of that nature, gold, silver, those types of things. You were wanting this. This gives me my free time to do what I want to do for this channel and for you guys. It gives me my free time to be able to cater more to you. I love the community that we've built here. I love the people in the comment section. And I mean that. And I mean that. And I think a lot of you know that I mean that. Matter of fact, off the top of my head, I just went through my Facebook spam and I saw a lot of messages from a lot of people from like a week or 2 weeks ago. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't know those things were being sent there. I went on ahead and accepted them. So feel free to reach back out to me. Some of you asked about coaching. Some of you guys had asked about just other things. I had no idea they were sending your messages as spam. I don't know how to stop that, but definitely I am being spammed by all the freaking, stuff that you get out there, especially when you start coming online. I'm definitely getting a lot of spam type of messages. But to the actual people that weren't trying to spam me, I'm sorry your stuff went that way. You can ask anybody, man. You reach out to old RCE, you reach out to old RC Edson, man, and I'll freaking respond back. I will talk to you. I'll respond back. If you have a very short question, I don't mind giving you a very short answer. But if I got to pull out pen and paper, man, you're going to need to schedule a coaching. That's just it. If I got to pull out pen and paper and dive into your life, dive into your financial situation, you're going to have to schedule a coaching. That's just can't be any more clear than that. So don't take offense to it. If you ask me a very thick question and I don't respond to it, if you ask me something simple, you'll get a simple answer. But I am sorry that those messages got sent to spam. Feel free, though, guys, to reach out to me on Instagram and Facebook. You can message me there. If you have a question that you want, a legit question that you want to have answered on the channel, you're going to have to reach out to me there. I read all the comments. I hope you guys see that. I try to get back to as many as I can, but I do sit here on my laptop and I read every comment. And but if you want me to answer a question, you'll have to ask me there. You're going to have to put in a little work to get me to answer it. And the reason for that is because I used to answer questions from the comment section in the past with no response. So I don't know who's serious, who needs help, who needs this, that. So you're going to have to kind of go out of your way to get your question answered. Other than that, man, I don't have a lot this morning. That's about it. Oh, my freaking YouTube strategy is complete. I need to go back through and proofread it, but all in all, it is done. I need to go back through and make some small minor corrections and revisions, and then I got to figure out how to create a link to upload it. Still trying to work on that is actually what I'm going to do with it. I need to get it copyrighted, to be honest with you, because there's so much theft already taking place. I need to go ahead and get that thing copyrighted. Hopefully that won't take too long. But so yeah, I'm going to do that before I upload it. But it is done. It is done. Hopefully I'll get it out real soon. I'd like to have it out before the 1st. If anybody has any information about copywriting, I know some of you have reached out to me in the comment section about editing and things of that nature. Please reach out to me through my social media, Instagram or Facebook. I know some of you have told me you were editors and so on and so on. I cannot find those comments again. They've been drowned in the algorithm. They've been drowned through you understand, they've been smashed down. So please go find me in Instagram or Facebook. Let me know who you are. Reach out to me there because I'm definitely interested in that. I'm still working on my book. I would like to get my YouTube strategy copyrighted. It's not a course, guys, and it's not a scam. It's a legit strategy. It's a story. It's an article. It's however you want to look at it. It's what I did to grow my channel as fast as I have. It's what I did. Will it work for you? I don't know. I don't know if it'll work for you. It worked for me. It's what I did, and that's what I'm giving you guys. There's no fluff, no lies. I think if you have character, it will work for you. I think if you can, some of you guys do. Your average logical thinker, it will work for you. There's plenty of you. I've already looked at a lot of your channels along the way. I've probably looked at, I don't know, over the past week, because sometimes when I see a cool comment, I click on the channel to see who it is. Sometimes the person has absolutely nothing on their channel. That's cool. They're not a YouTuber. They're just on here showing support. And then sometimes the person has an active channel, 1,500 subscribers or this or that, and you're growing. You are the people I'm talking about. You are the ones I'm talking about. So definitely reach out to me. Go ahead and try to get your, submission in for Channel of the Week. That in the future, go ahead and try and do all those things. That way we can kind of look over it and make sure that it's a right fit for you. But your average logical thinker, I think my YouTube strategy will probably work well for you in some form. It's more or less to open up your guys' minds, because that's what I had to do to figure this out. So other than that, man, that's it. My YouTube strategy will be out very soon. It is finished. And if you are interested in coaching, coaching is $50 an hour, or it is at right now. The price is going up at the first of the years, guys. But as of right now, coaching is $50 an hour, and it's $150 for 4. It's $50 an hour, and it is $150 for 4, broken down bi-weekly or monthly, depending on how fast you're moving. But that is to keep up with the accountability. I've had a couple people in the comments complain about the price, and they try to throw out some stuff. I need you to understand, some of you guys keep comparing me to Coach Greg Adams, CGA. I know exactly who the man is. When last time I checked, that man charged $600 an hour for coaching. Okay. Richard Cooper of Entrepreneurs and Cars charges $2,000 a half hour for coaching. That's $4,000 an hour, or he probably has a deal, $3,000 for an hour or something. You understand that, guys? So when you come to me complaining about $50, boy, I was about to say something bad. These people are charging you like right around $1,000 an hour or more. And I'm sitting there giving you a deal, and I promise you, there's at least 25 people already. We're going into 30 people that have taken my coaching, and there is not one negative comment about my coaching in the comment section. Any negative comments that I get come from people that I have no idea who they are. That's just it. I have no idea. They've never taken coaching. I don't know them. I'm sorry. I just have no idea who the hell these people are. They just come here. I usually think they're probably like kids or something. I don't really know. But nobody that has taken my coaching has left any negative comments. I think they've all been very pleased. As a matter of fact, I know they have, because everybody circled back around and gave me a tip, sent me messages, gave me a thank you, thrown me extra cash, however you want to look at it, bought me a cup of coffee. So, man, my coaching is $50 an hour, and it is $150 for 4 hours. That 4 hours will be broken up bi-weekly or monthly to help you keep accountability of what you're trying to do. We will lay out a master plan to get you to the next level and execute on your goals, your hopes and dreams. That's what we will do. It's going to go up at the first of the year. I'm letting you guys know that now. It's going to go up at the first of the year. And the reason it's going up, for one, it seems to be in high demand. And two, it's going to weed out the weak. It's going to weed out those that show up hungover. It's going to weed out those that show up high. It's going to weed those things out. It's going to weed out the ones that don't show up at all. You'd be surprised how many people have already given me $50 and not even showed up or never responded. I keep all the messages and emails as well. So, if anybody ever tries to say something like that, I have all the messages and emails to where I've tried to contact these people. Eventually you got to stop. Eventually you got to say no call, no show, and fuck it. Like, it is what it is, but I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So again, coaching is $50 an hour, $150 for 4, broken down bi-weekly or monthly. The price will go up at the first of the year. The channel of the week is your average logical thinker. I will be leaving that in the description box below. Other than that, man, you guys have a great freaking day. My YouTube strategy will be out soon. It is finally finished. You guys have a great freaking day. I still got a lot of work to do. I think the world of each and every one of you. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and support. I really mean that. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. Take care.